All right, everybody, welcome to AdJuggler's Sites tab. This is where you're going to spend actually the least amount of time, more than likely, in your account. What you want to do here is create your sites and your networks and any of those publisher or own, any site where you're going to be displaying ads. So the first thing you want to do is use that orange plus icon, click on it, give your site a name, and this will represent whatever it is, your site, your own sites, your publisher sites, your networks. Just give them a name, hit save. That's all you really need to do. If you want to give this publisher or network login access so they can view reports, select the independent login checkbox, give them a username, password, and then set their access rights. If read and modify with approval is selected, then any change they make will need to first be approved by primary administrator, which we mentioned back on the Home tab. So I'm going to go ahead and click cancel here because we don't actually want to create one in this case. I've already created a training site which appears here on the left. And if I expand this training site, I see ad placements. And ad placements are designed to represent locations on your site where ads are actually going to be displayed. And you want to name these in a way so that you know exactly where they are across your site. Now, you're not specifying ad placement sizes when you're creating these. You'll notice as I create one, I just hover over and click on this blue plus icon here for this site. I am only giving this ad placement a name. So let me say this is a contact us page, and I'm just going to enter in contact us. I can put in a commission value for this specific ad placement. So any ad that's delivered to this ad placement, I can say it has a CPM value or it's maybe on a rev share. I'm going to just use the rev share because that's what the other ad placements are on this site. I've put in 40%. So if I've got an ad that's worth $1 that's served, I'm going to earn 40 cents CPM on those $1 CPM ads. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hit save here. Don't need to worry about these other tabs. We'll come back to those on the advertiser side. Typically, you don't really touch those often from the publisher side. That's more of a trafficking thing from the advertiser side. All right, so we've got our ad placements. You want to create an ad placement for every location across your page. It could be a lot, but it's going to give you the best granularity for reporting. You can see a detailed performance of campaigns in every ad placement across your site. It also gives you great control over where exactly a campaign is going to appear. So you might have multiple tags on a specific page and name them in different ways. You might have homepage leaderboard top. Maybe you also have a leaderboard at the bottom of the page, in which case you might call it homepage leaderboard footer, something like that, right? Again, I'm just going to put in a 40% commission value. All right, so now let's get on to generating your ad tags. If I want to generate an ad tag for, say, the leaderboard top, I'll hover over it, click on the green and blue gear or cog icon, and what I want to first do is select my template type. By default, it's standard tag, it's an iframe. However, of all these tags, we definitely recommend using the dynamic tag. The dynamic tag is a pure JavaScript tag, and it is capable of delivering absolutely any campaign that you can configure within AdJuggler. So that's usually reason enough to select this tag over another. Some publishers don't want JavaScript, in which case the iframe is fantastic. There are just a few limitations on that, such as out of the box not being able to do things like mirroring or exclusions, serve any mirrored or exclusion setting campaigns. All right, so we select our template and then we choose our ad size. We've grouped our ad sizes in different categories. I know my leaderboard is under display, so I'm going to go ahead and select that. And as I do, the tag below has updated. Now I've got an AJ dim, which is for our size, with a unique value of my size that I've selected, 212. If I was going to select a different size, that tag would update. Now this is how AdJuggler filters the ad request. It knows what size to deliver based on the selection and the ID that's in this tag itself. Our placement is called homepage leaderboard top, so it only makes sense to choose a leaderboard. I could choose another dimension, but we just don't want that. That's going to make our reporting quite confusing. All right, if you're going to serve this tag on any page that begins with HTTPS, you want to select the secure checkbox, and that will ensure that everything is coming from a secure server. And lastly, generate comments. It's going to give you some information about this tag that we have just generated. Some of these fields I don't necessarily like to have our publisher see, or maybe it's just something that they don't need to see, so I remove some of those. One more thing to choose, channels. Lastly, if we have grouped our ad placements into channels, let's say a news site, you've got multiple tags on, say, an entertainment page or entertainment topic section, you can group those all into one channel. Select that channel when you generate your ad tag, and then any activity from this ad tag will be reportable by selecting that channel and reporting. It's really nice. Okay, so from here, we can just highlight, cut, copy, paste, send this tag over an email to our publisher, or we can use the send by email function here and send that tag directly over to your publisher or network right from within AdJuggler, and you will pretty much be done. I mean, you'll repeat this step for every ad placement that you have, but once you've done that, that ad placement is ready to go, it's live, and there's not much else to do from this Sites tab unless you're creating additional sites, creating additional ad placements. So let's go ahead and look at our Advertisers tab.